This is the MLB All-Star Game, the biggest week in all of baseball, and I gave myself an impossible challenge. The mission, get inside the MLB All-Star Game with no ticket and only 24 hours to make it happen. So here's the challenge. It would have been way too easy to just buy a ticket to the All-Star Game, so instead we're gonna make it interesting. I gave myself 4 mini challenges with 1 impossible challenge. Challenge number 1 is to do a free giveaway at the Aria pop-up shop. Challenge number 2, and a little bit more difficult, is to meet an MLB player while we are at the All-Star Game. Challenge number 3 is to meet a subscriber at All-Star Village. Challenge number 4, which could be actually pretty challenging, is to find and meet another baseball YouTuber. And finally, challenge number 5, the impossible challenge, is to somehow get into the All-Star Game without buying a ticket. Let's see what happened. So the clock has started, and for our first challenge, we drove over to the Aria pop-up shop to see if we could get started. Almost immediately, I was greeted by a bunch of subscribers, which unfortunately doesn't count because they're not technically at All-Star Village, but it was honestly so cool to meet so many different players in person. Shout out to Aria for being awesome, and they even helped me with the giveaway, which made the whole experience super fun.
I'm gonna try and get the first challenge off the bucket. We're gonna go with the giveaway first. I don't know what we're giving away yet. I think it's gonna either be a sliding mitt or potentially a hat or a elbow guard, but I think the sliding mitt would be the best one. I just don't really know what to make people like we make a fight for it or like do a race or something. So that's what we're figuring out. But there's a lot of people here, so that'll be the first thing we'll get knocked off, and then we got 4 more things to go. We're gonna have you guys guess a number between, okay, you can go 0 to 10, or 1 to 10, or you can go 1 to 100. What do you wanna do? Whoever's closest to the number wins something.
1 to 10.
1 to 10? Okay, you guys each guess your number. 2? 2? What was it? Okay. Okay, the number was 7 on the nose. So, we got that one for you. There you go. That was so there you go, we got you. The number was actually 7 too, so right on the nose, absolutely.
Subscribe to Aiden McIntyre. Subscribe to Aiden McIntyre. Subscribe to Aiden McIntyre. Go Sandlot. Feed the beast.
So challenge number 1 is complete. So looking at my challenges, I knew that challenge number 2 might be a little bit harder, and I was a little bit worried actually, but luckily for me, Michael Harris attended the Aria pop-up event to take photos with fans, sign autographs, and I did have the chance to get to meet him briefly.
I'm Aiden, by the way. Nice to meet you.
He had a long line of fans, I didn't want to cut in line, so I did wait, and yes, I did end up meeting him, so technically, challenge number 2, meet an MLB player, complete. I was feeling pretty good. We were at Aria and we completed the first 2 challenges, and now it was time to head over to All-Star Village with the number 1 challenge that we wanted to complete is to meet a subscriber. So I don't always get recognized, but when I do, it is definitely at baseball events, so I was hopeful that we would have at least 1, maybe 2 subscribers out there. So we started walking around All-Star Village, and first off, it was a super cool setup. Truist Field did an amazing job at the All-Star Game, and lucky for us, we did run into a few subscribers, took a few photos, and signed some autographs, which meant challenge number 3 is now complete. So honestly, I thought challenge number 4 was going to be easier. I know a lot of baseball YouTubers were at the All-Star Game, but once we actually got there, I realized that this one was going to be a little bit harder than I thought. I actually started getting a little bit worried, so I gave D-Sarm a call. He didn't pick up. I get it, he was probably filming. I also gave Sim a call. He wasn't at the All-Star Game anymore, so we started walking around, and with time ticking off the clock, I actually started to get worried. But luckily for me, we ran into Michael from Better Baseball. I've been seeing his content for forever, and Better Baseball looks like one of the coolest baseball stores that I've still never gone to and I want to actually get to. But luckily for us, meeting Michael meant that we had completed challenge number 4.
Awesome. Great stuff, man. Yeah, I got you, man. It's been long enough.
And the only one left was the impossible challenge of somehow getting a ticket for the All-Star Game with only 2 hours left to go.
We are down to the one last final challenge, and on the clock we have exactly 3 hours. So we actually cooked on time once we got here. And now in the next 3 hours, we need to figure out some way to get free tickets, and this is what the line looks like 3 hours before the game. Not feeling super confident, to be honest. A little bit worried. How are you feeling? 0 to 10?
2.
A 2. Nice. Confidence is rising. But we're gonna walk around and try to find free tickets.
By this point, I knocked out 4 of the 5 challenges, but the last one, actually getting into the game, no ticket, game time getting closer, had me worried.
Are you gonna sit here till you get a ticket?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here until I get a ticket. It's like kids in the bullpen just screaming for a ball. You do it all game, but you gotta get one at some point. Bad advice, don't do that. But we got less than 3 hours. So we're scheming, we're coming up with some plans.
I started texting a few friends, including Sim, D-Storm, and anybody else who I knew who was there looking for a spare ticket, but no luck. Then my phone died, classic YouTuber, so I made a pit stop. We had to walk all the way from All-Star Village to Starbucks to charge my phone, and that's when it happened.
We might have a ticket, we might have a ticket. We might have a ticket, and we still have a little bit of time too. I would have thought it was gonna, honestly. Woo. All right.
I got a text, and the text had a ticket to the All-Star Game in it. One of the kids I had met at the Aria pop-up shop and his family offered to hook me up with a free ticket that they had, so a huge shout out to Jackson, but we still had one major problem. My wife, aka W Camera Girl, the reason that this video exists, still didn't have a ticket. So we decided to walk towards the stadium anyway and hope that we would run into somebody who had an extra ticket. There was less than 30 minutes left, and that is when something crazy happened.
My wife, I was gonna say I'll flip it around. We got the Backyard Sports for another ticket as well as the great shirt. So you got a ticket as well, incoming.
Backyard Baseball.
I met Lindsay and Chris from Backyard Sports, one of my all-time favorite games, and they tried to hook us up with one more ticket, and while we were waiting, we actually ran into Planet Euphoria, another one of my favorite baseball companies, and they actually had one more ticket. So with 15 minutes till game time, we had officially completed the Impossible Challenge and had 2 free tickets to the MLB All-Star Game.
We got 2 tickets from 2 different groups of people, so 3 different groups of people. Shout out Planet Euphoria, Backyard Sports, and also Jackson. Honestly, I had zero expectation that we were gonna actually get into this game. And now we're gonna take you guys in. We literally did the impossible. So happy and so surprised. Not only did we get free seats to an All-Star game, but a lot of really good people, super cool day. I'm really so excited. We did the impossible, we got into the All-Star game. First ever walk-off home run derby to end it, and we completed the challenge. So huge thank you to Backyard Sports, to Jackson, and to Planet Euphoria for supporting us, getting us into the game. Absolutely amazing.
The All-Star Game itself was absolutely epic. It was one of the best All-Star Games that I can even remember, so getting to be there in person was super cool. It came down to a walk-off home run derby. I've said it before and I'll say it again, this YouTube channel has absolutely changed my life, and it is one of the coolest things to actually get to meet people in person and get to have these amazing opportunities. So a huge thank you to everybody who made the Impossible Challenge happen, especially Jackson, Backyard Sports, and Planet Euphoria. And if you want to see more Impossible Challenges, comment to see what we should do next.